He says his name is Joe Hendry, and he believes in this. For wrestling fans around the world, that opening line is instantly recognizable. It's the start of a custom entrance theme, a viral sensation, and the anthem of a man who's become one of the most beloved figures in modern professional wrestling. But the story of Joe Hendry is so much more than just a catchy song. It's a tale of relentless dedication, unwavering self-belief, and the power of finding your unique voice in a world that often wants you to conform. This is the incredible journey of the prestigious one, a man who went from local hero to global phenomenon. Born in Edinburgh, Scotland, Joe Hendry wasn't always destined for the squared circle. In fact, his early athletic pursuits were in amateur wrestling, where he excelled. He represented Scotland in the Commonwealth Games, in both freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling, winning a bronze medal. His foundation in legitimate combat sports gave him a level of credibility and a technical prowess that would become a huge asset later in his career. It taught him discipline, mental toughness, and the grueling reality of what it takes to be a top-level athlete. But while the thrill of amateur competition was real, another kind of ring was calling his name. In 2013, Joe Hendry made the leap into professional wrestling. He trained hard and started making a name for himself on the burgeoning British independent scene. He had the look, the athletic ability, and the technical skill, but in the crowded world of indie wrestling, that's often not enough. You need something more. You need a character, a hook, something that makes the audience connect with you on a deeper level. For a while, Hendry wrestled as the prestigious one, a somewhat arrogant, suit-wearing persona. It worked, and he found success, but it wasn't quite the breakout role he needed. He was a good wrestler, but he hadn't yet become a star. Then, everything changed. Joe Hendry realized his greatest weapon wasn't a suplex or a submission hold. It was his creativity and his wit. He started creating custom entrance videos, parodying famous songs and pop culture moments to mock his opponents. These videos were hilarious, clever, and brilliantly produced. They weren't just simple jokes. They were mini masterpieces of psychological warfare. Week after week, fans would eagerly await to see what masterpiece Hendry would cook up next. Whether he was parodying Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball or Adele's Hello, each video was a viral hit, spreading his name far beyond the confines of the UK wrestling scene. He had found his gimmick. He was the musical mastermind, the viral virtuoso of the wrestling world. This newfound fame propelled him to new heights. He became a staple of Insane Championship Wrestling, or ICW, in Scotland, one of the hottest promotions in the world at the time. His parodies became legendary, but they were backed up by incredible in-ring performances. He proved he wasn't just a comedy act. He was a main event level talent who could go toe-to-toe with the best in the business. His journey took him to what culture pro wrestling, later Defiant Wrestling, where he became a cornerstone of the promotion and a two-time world champion. Fans didn't just laugh at his videos. They cheered for him as a legitimate top-tier competitor. His success on the independent circuit naturally caught the attention of major companies. He had a brief but memorable run in Ring of Honor, where he continued to showcase his unique blend of charisma and athleticism. He formed a tag team with Dolphin Castle and challenged for championships, proving that his act could translate to an American audience. It was another important step in his evolution, demonstrating his versatility and his ability to adapt to different environments and styles. Joe Hendry was no longer just a UK sensation. He was a global commodity. Then came his arrival in Impact Wrestling, now known as TNA. This is where the Joe Hendry we know today truly crystallized. He shed the parody gimmick and honed in on something more authentic and powerful. Pure, unadulterated positivity. He introduced a new theme song, I Believe in Joe Hendry. It was catchy, inspiring, and incredibly simple. The message was clear. Joe Hendry believes in himself, and he wants you to believe in him too. The song, accompanied by a brilliantly simple video of him dancing in various locations, became an overnight sensation. It went viral on TikTok, YouTube, and every social media platform imaginable. Fans who had never watched a wrestling match in their lives were singing his song. This viral fame was unprecedented. It wasn't a parody of someone else. It was his own creation, a genuine expression of his character. He became the digital media champion, a title perfectly suited for his internet style. His championship defenses were not just matches, they were events. The crowd would sing his theme song from beginning to end, creating an electric atmosphere that was impossible to ignore. He wasn't just a wrestler anymore. He was a cultural phenomenon. He embodied the idea that you can achieve incredible things by being unapologetically yourself. He proved that positivity is infectious, and that believing in yourself is the most powerful tool you have. What makes Joe Hendry so special is this authenticity. The man you see on screen feels like the man he is in real life. A genuinely funny, charismatic, and positive person who loves what he does. In an industry often defined by cynicism and negativity, Joe Hendry is a breath of fresh air. He makes people smile. He makes people dance. He makes people believe. He engages with his fans on social media, sharing behind-the-scenes clips and continuing to create hilarious content, further blurring the line between his character and his real personality. He's not playing a role. He's just being Joe Hendry. His journey is a masterclass in modern branding and self-promotion. He understood the power of the internet and used it to build a global fan base from the ground up. He didn't wait for a company to push him. He pushed himself. He created his own buzz, wrote his own hit song, and directed his own viral videos. He took control of his destiny in a way that few wrestlers ever have. He is the ultimate do-it-yourself superstar. But let's not forget, beyond the songs and the dancing, Joe Hendry is an exceptional professional wrestler. His amateur background gives his matches a layer of legitimacy and realism. He has the size, the strength, and the technical skill to be a credible world champion. He can have a hard-hitting technical classic one night and a hilarious, entertaining character-driven match the next. This versatility is what has given him such longevity and what will continue to propel him to even greater heights. The story of Joe Hendry is far from over. He continues to be a highlight of TNA programming, and his popularity only continues to grow. Fans around the world are eagerly waiting to see what's next for the Say His Name, and he appears superstar. Will he capture the TNA World Championship? Will his music cross over into the mainstream charts? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain. Joe Hendry will face it with a smile, a song, and an unwavering belief in himself. His journey serves as an inspiration, not just for aspiring wrestlers, but for anyone with a dream. It shows that you don't need to follow the traditional path to success. You can carve your own way, use your unique talents, and build something special on your own terms. It's a reminder that, in a world that can often feel negative, a little bit of positivity can go a long, long way. So next time you hear that infectious beat and that simple declaration, remember the story behind the song. It's the story of a Scottish amateur champion who became a global entertainment icon, all because he dared to be different. He is Joe Hendry, and we believe in him. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this look into the career of Joe Hendry, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments who you want us to cover next. Until then, take care.